Hi everyone, it's Library Linda, and I'd like to welcome you to this week's edition of Did You Know? Did you know the first Saturday in April is International Pillow Fight Day? This started in 1999 in London, Vancouver, and San Francisco. By 2008, other cities were involved, like Copenhagen and Paris and Stockholm and Boston. And there are rules for pillow fighting. You can only use a soft pillow and swing gently. No wearing of glasses. No swinging your pillow at somebody who doesn't already have a pillow. And no swinging your pillow at somebody with a camera. Did you know April 4th of 1949, NATO was formed in the aftermath of World War II to secure peace in Europe? The NATO treaty was signed in Washington, D.C. It was an alliance with the idea of a collective defense, meaning an attack against one is an attack against all. The original members of the North Atlantic Treaty Organizations were Belgium, Canada, Denmark, France, Iceland, Italy, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, the United Kingdom, and the United States. Since then, 18 more nations have joined the organization. Did you know April 5th of 1887 was the date of the Helen Keller Miracle? Annie Sullivan went to Tuscumbia, Alabama to teach the unteachable Helen Keller. She did this by placing Helen's hand under a water spout with running water and then used sign language to spell out the word water into her palm. 7-year-old Helen had lost her sight and her ability to hear because of an illness that she suffered as a toddler. She became so excited after learning the word water that she learned 30 more words that day. Did you know, on April 5th of 1933, President Franklin Roosevelt established the Civilian Conservation Corps? This was a federally funded organization meant to put tens of thousands of men to work during the Great Depression. This was for healthy, unemployed, unmarried, male U.S. citizens between the ages of 18 and 26. They signed up for 6 months at a time and could re-enlist. They received $30 a month to send home to their families, plus needed supplements like food, clothing, and shelter. Some of the jobs that the men did were building bridges and parks. They planted trees and fought forest fires. They dug water storage basins and built animal shelters. Between 1933 and 1942, 3 million men signed up for the Civilian Conservation Corps. Did you know, on April 6th of 1722, Peter the Great, who was Tsar of Russia, ended the tax on men with beards? In 1698, Peter the Great had instituted a beard tax to try and bring Russian society in line with Western Europe. Police were allowed to forcibly and publicly shave men who refused to either pay the tax or show their beard tax coin. Did you know that April 1st of 1896 was the first day of the first modern Olympic Games? After being banned for 1,500 years by Theodosius I, 60,000 spectators watched 280 athletes, all men, from 13 nations compete in 43 events. Did you know? On April 5th of 1930, the Indian attorney Mohandas Gandhi, otherwise known as Mahatma Gandhi, ended his 241-mile march for Indian civil rights. This was to protest the British salt laws that highly taxed salt, so he took some seawater, boiled it, and made his own salt. Did you know that this year, April 4th through the 10th, was National Library Week? It's a time to celebrate the nation's libraries and their workers. And did you know Tuesday the 6th was National Library Workers' Day, and Wednesday the 7th was National Library Outreach Day? I hope you enjoyed this week's edition of Did You Know, and I hope to see you again next week. Bye.